mind, you cannot hold. Meet Joe Black, meet Joe Black. Why would I ever have to cop a chain again when the QB chain birth most of chains in the game? Why would I?
I'm the best, I'm the best, and I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, get my go, If I touch it, then it's cold, I'm the best, I'm the best, and I got it, on my own. Get my way up, get my go, If I touch it, then it's cold, For the bank and they know I'm in prison. He wanna talk, but he not on the schedule. I ain't taking no from my who ain't heavy. I'm the best, and you heard what I said. Spend all the money, I'm dripping, it's falling. Got on it, then it's dripping like water. Teaching but I don't have a daughter. I know me, I can pick up when I call her. Working big, and it don't hurt to break, cause I'ma always do it how I wanna do it. Every time he lead a do it, Mr. Know I got him running to it. I'ma need to pull the
It's the National Football League, presented by EA Sports. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Tennessee Titans and the Indianapolis Colts. Two 1-2 teams, each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in week 4. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Now the NFL's leading rusher in 2021, Jonathan Taylor. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Well, a throw for Pittman is intercepted. It's Roger McCreary with a pick, and the Titans are going to take possession of the football. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. To the air on 1st down. Here's Willis. This will go to Henry out wide. And I think the ball's out, and the Colts pick it up. So a rocky start on both sides offensively. Turnovers exchanged.
I saw what you did there.
What'd I do? Rocky. Too rocky.
I saw that. I got it. And, and right now, they're carrying it around like they are wearing boxing gloves. If we're going to have that kind of a reference, they've got to get it together and start playing a little bit better.
And the Titan defense steps up here and down he goes. It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack. But just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Lonnie Johnson picks it. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his second interception.
Seventh season, it's Derrick Henry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
A second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Chance of wasting this great starting field position. A real threat. This is third and long. Third down, it's Willis. That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Henry will score. Touchdown, Tennessee. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little... yet again, Ryan is intercepted. Picked off by Christian Fulton. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football. Now, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this.
Trap 60.
First and 10, it's Willis. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Titans. Traylon Burks, his second touchdown on the season. And the Titans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Here's Bullock now for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Take over first and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out,
and his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Amani Hooker.
And the Titans are going to take possession of the football.
Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offense coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
Okay, great.
To the air on first down. Here's Willis.
Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown.
Jahan Dotson
from 21 yards away.
And the Titans have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Now Bullock to add the extra point. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0.
Next the score, Titans 21, Colts 0.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38.
Play action, Ryan.
And this one too low. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
3rd and 2, now Ryan. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Amazing, perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
The offense running out, and they are charged up ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. but I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Henry up the middle. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Ready.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Cut 19. Cut 19. Down left. Warrior 70.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Going to be caught downfield by Dotson. Touchdown, Titans. Jahan Dotson, with his 2nd touchdown of the game, have opened up a very comfortable lead. Bullet good on the extra point, and it is 28-0. So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
I don't think anyone thought we'd see a run facing 2nd and that long, and that element of surprise, I think, helped make that play so successful. Nice effort on that carry, and it took what seemed like 2nd and impossible, now has him within throwing range of a 1st down.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
Ready.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz it? Do I need to pressure it? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
45 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They go play action with Ryan. Finds his big tight end, Mo Alley Cox. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. On the counter, it's Taylor. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Not a big run, not an explosive run, but they've held the ball for plenty of plays on this drive. They're just trying to impose their will on the defense right now.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down. They go to the ground again with Taylor. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They go play action now. Ryan. He's got the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
The Colts have liked big Mo Alley-Cox more and more over his 4 seasons with the team. Initially known just for his blocking, he's developing into a nice target as a tight end. And there, he picks up a first down.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick here is good. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. Well, that's something of a pick-me-up for the offense. Certainly struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
Fielded right around the 8.
Trenton Cannon on the return. The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
No check, no check. Hurry, hurry. 19 right.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Willis. His throw incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Willis. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And here's Rodgers on the return. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Ryan hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Ryan to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Taylor. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And the Titans will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
19 tight. 19 tight.
On first down, Willis. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up 2nd down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we reach halftime here with the visiting Titans taking the lead into intermission as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. This is taken just shy of the 10.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
79 Broncos.
Willis will look to throw it. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
Well, 2 snaps ago, I don't think anyone thought a safety was on the table, yet it happened. They caught him on back-to-back plays breaking through the line. No amount of evading was going to save him from a sack on either play. And on the last one, he ran too deep into the end zone to set up the safety.
Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
On 1st and 10, Walker to the right side, complete to Taylor. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people...
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Christian Fulton. There he goes, left side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And, Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick-6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They'll go to work with a little momentum following the free kick. 1st and 10. Room here to run. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Indianapolis. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it up to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded right around the 8. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. Will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Tough spot for Willis and the Titans, now facing 3rd and long following the sack.
Back at 60.
They'll set up to throw. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over. Jonathan Taylor, a touchdown machine. He's going to get plenty of looks down here near the goal line. So if I'm on defense, I might start getting prepared to see his number called a couple of more times.
Coleman trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Might have to stretch for this one. This is 4 down territory. They've got to get it in with the deficit that they're facing.
Absolutely. It's not the fourth quarter, but still, I think you can't be thinking 3 here.
Now, if you do that, you might as well go ahead and fold up on this one, but I don't think they're built like that.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
And now down 3 scores, I don't think there's any decision at all. You've got to go for it because you don't know how many more times you're going to get an opportunity. Field goals, they're not going to cut it in this situation.
And this one is right through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal here.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
Titans Cannon on the return. The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Meanwhile, Willis' throw is on target to Burks. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
18, 5 in.
Back to throw, Willis. This will be caught by Brown. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
A first down carry for Henry. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Here's Bullock now for the extra point. And that stretches the lead to 27. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Jeffrey Simmons picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, I wish this staff luck as they try to find positives about this performance by their offense as we move through the early part of the fourth quarter. That sack, the latest example. Down by a boatload, this offense simply can't keep up, and the quarterback is still taking hits. I get the backups in there if it were me.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a first down. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline, because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down. Walker now. Campbell making the catch. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. 152 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
But sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Walker. A throw for Pittman is intercepted. Picked off by Christian Fulton. And the Titans are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Buffalo 18. Come 19. Come 19.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Willis toward the sideline. He will have the 1st down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Off the option, here's Henry. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Here's the option going left on 2nd down. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it. Most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Willis with another keeper. Back at the 35. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Head the street! Head the street!
Inside handoff, Henry. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Tennessee, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2.